Hello, this is an MTEL operator calling from Alvin S. Glenn Detention Center with a prepaid collect call from
Alex.
To accept this prepaid collect call, press 1. All phone calls are subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using MTEL.
What?
Yeah.
Hey.
I have no idea what.
I was talking to Brooklyn.
Hey, when did y'all tell Brooklyn, did you tell Brooklyn congratulations?
Yeah, I did.
Can I speak to her?
Yeah, you can speak to her.
Hello.
Hey, darling.
Hi.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Are you excited to find out?
Yes, sir. I was.
When exactly did you find out? Buster said it was when y'all were in the mountains. I wasn't trying to bother y'all up there because I knew you didn't have service.
That was last Friday, so the October 15th.
Did you know you were going to find out then?
Yes, I did.
So you knew you were going to know when you were going up to the mountains?
Yeah, they told us on Wednesday, I believe, that the scores were getting released on that Friday at 4. So, yeah, I knew whenever we were going up there.
You weren't really worried, were you?
Oh, I was a nervous wreck.
I remember so clearly. Well, I'm so proud of you.
Well, thank you.
I know y'all are tired. I know you haven't seen Buster, so I'm not going to keep y'all but a second. I just wanted to make sure he made it home okay.
Oh, yeah, and here, you can talk to him.
All right, I miss you.
I miss you, too, and I love you.
Love you.
Tell her.
Hey.
Hey.
What time did y'all get back?
Back to where?
Home.
Like 5 o'clock this morning.
How'd y'all get back at 5 o'clock this morning if y'all left at 10:53 out there?
Time change.
Yeah, I know, but it's 10:53 out there y'all left, right?
No, we left at 9:30.
9:30 out there. So
you left at 9:30. It's a 4-hour flight, so you really land at around 1, and then you traveled through 3 time zones, which adds 3 hours. So we landed at about 4:30.
10-4. Dang, y'all have to be tired.
Yeah, I am tired. Well, it was easier for me because they dropped me off at my car, which was in Columbia, and I just went to my apartment and slept for several hours.
Columbia, where did y'all fly into?
Charlotte.
Why'd y'all do that?
It's just that was where the cheapest flight was.
What'd y'all fly on?
Spirit Airlines.
How was that?
It was better than I expected it to be.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, I thought, I don't know, I just, it was better than, I just thought it was a real cheap airline, but I mean, it was nicer than I thought it was going to be.
Did y'all have room in your seat?
The seats were alright, but, it was, it's just a different, like the seats don't recline because they can fit more. If they don't recline, it's just, it's just different.
So you went 4 hours with no recline?
Oh, everyone's fine. Everyone was fine.
So was it a good trip or, just sort of okay?
No, it was a good trip. It was. It's different going to Vegas with young children. But, everything was still fun. And then going to Sedona was a good time.
Did you get to gamble any?
Yeah. So I did go gambling, and then the next day there was an article created about how I'm misusing funds.
By gambling?
Yeah, someone took a picture of me and John Marvin in the casino.
You're kidding me. What a fucking... Are you kidding me?
No.
How'd they recognize
you? Man, I guess, I'm a national figure, I think.
I guess you're going to have to wear a hat and shit when you go places. Where are you going to be tomorrow?
Be here.
Hey, please stay on John Marvin's ass to see about that stuff from Mark Ball and any of those other funds to put on that thing.
Being taken care of in the morning.
So Mark's going to do it?
Yep, they're writing the check in the morning. The check will be ready at 8:30. John sends someone to pick it up, and then simultaneously running it over to Palmetto State to apply it. And I'm driving to Charleston in the morning to pick up the check for the bank.
You gonna apply that too?
Correct.
I mean, I don't see how they fuss when everything's being applied to the bank.
Yeah, I mean,
10-4.
so all that'll be done. All that'll be done by lunch tomorrow.
That makes me feel better. So it'll be $350. How much has been put on it so far?
Dad, I don't have an exact figure. You know, a couple tens of thousands maybe. You know, just selling pieces of equipment.
Alright. Well, I love you and,
Hey.
what are you doing?
Nothing. I'm in Brooklyn's, condo.
I get one in a minute. Oh yeah? You
Yep.
stayed there last night?
I did.
Well, good. How's she doing?
He's good.
Did she have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Well, good. Tell me about the fishing trip.
It was good.
How many did y'all catch?
Caught a sailfish and a couple tuna.
Blackfin?
Yeah.
No wahoo?
No wahoo.
But I mean, when you fishing on a boat like that, it don't. I mean, even if you ain't catching nothing, you're doing pretty good, ain't you? Hey, Buff, not trying to bug you, babe, but you got to get that thing reset with law school.
I sent an email to Hubbard this morning.
Okay. All right. Well, good deal. Everything else okay?
Yeah. What have you been doing? I haven't talked to you since Thursday.
No, you talked to me Friday.
I did?
Yeah, I thought you did when you got back. No, that's right, because it was Thursday afternoon. We were on lockdown Friday. I get everything sorted out where I'm paying back.
10-4.
Happy?
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't really needed any money.
Yeah, but you got to pay rent and all.
Well, the one time I paid rent, we'll do pay tomorrow though, so I can ask him for money.
Say that again. One time you paid rent and what?
Or, I mean, one time I paid rent, it was out of my account, but I have to pay it again tomorrow, so I can ask him for money tomorrow.
Do you feel uncomfortable asking him?
No, it's not uncomfortable. It's just, I mean, it's not very fair to him.
Well, but I mean, I've got him keeping up with all of it, so I can pay him back.
No, I understand.
You don't worry about that. I mean, I've even asked him if he wanted me to do other things, because there's other options, and he's absolutely said, I mean, I talked to him at length about this, so he said he's glad to do it. So don't be bashful. It's law school now, okay?
I understand.
I mean, you got to really buckle down, and you've got to treat it like a job. You're going to have to read these cases 2 and 3 times if you don't fully understand them. I mean, you're going to have to treat it like a job.
I understand.
You promise?
Yes.
Because you know there's not going to be another chance.
I know.
I mean, no way, shape, or form is there going to be another chance.
I understand.
You do truly understand that?
Yes.
All right, so you going to be on the road this afternoon?
Yes. On the road this afternoon.
Hopefully I'm going to be able to call again. Hopefully Jim's supposed to come by and meet with him. I'm trying to get the finances straight with them, and I got to talk to John and see whether we're going to do a loan, and then I'm going to pay it back out of the account later, or we're going to have a letter from an opinion from a lawyer who does retirement accounts that rolling it over. Because, I mean, if you pay interest on something for, 6 years, it could end up being more than the penalty. But we got to make sure the penalty doesn't open it up to creditors. Because, I mean, you're going to need that money. All right. Well, please tell Brooklyn hello.
Okay.
Did you by chance talk to Grandma or Papa T?
I did mention it to him, and I told him that I never really got a private moment with him. I didn't want to keep talking about it in front of people, but I did mention it to them, and they said that they would like to do it, but they were concerned that they wouldn't be able to figure it out via the phone.
Well, if you think they really would rather wait until I get out, it ain't gonna hurt my feelings. I understand.
Okay.
What's your opinion?
No, I don't have an opinion. I tried to talk to him about it, but we were always around the entire family, and I didn't really.
You tried what now?
So I tried to talk to him about it, but we were never not around the entire group of the family. So I didn't really feel like talking about it in front of everybody.
I understand. What you doing?
Nothing. I'm in the bed in Charlotte.
Am I waking you up?
No, it's not. It's only 9 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
Hey, I hit 9 out of 11 games on Sunday on the pro games.
Well,
I
that's
missed
good.
the Eagles and I missed the Steelers. The Eagles were 3.5-point favorites over the Giants, and they lost. And the Steelers were 4.5-point underdogs to the Bengals, and they lost by 20. But I hit 9 out of 11. That's pretty damn hard.
Yeah.
I won like 6 soups, 4 beef sticks, bunch of crackers, cookie, a bunch of canteen shit.
Well, that's good.
There was like 13 of us playing. Everybody put in something,
Right.
I won 13 things. So anyway, how you doing? Have you talked to Jim lately?
I haven't. John Marvin talked to Jim today.
Did he tell you about them expediting this thing?
Expediting what?
This appeal. It's called habeas corpus. It deals with a constitutional issue. You have a constitutional right to bail for any non-capital offense. And so when he denied bond, they filed a habeas corpus petition. And the Supreme Court first said they weren't going to expedite it. Then they wrote back and gave the Attorney General 10 days to respond. You would assume, or at least the lawyers assume, that if they weren't going to do something, they would just let it sit. But I mean, I don't get my hopes up, but they seem to have their hopes up.
I hear you.
What else did he tell John?
Well, John said that he was going to talk to me about something, but said he'd rather talk to me about it in person. That's probably what it was.
No, that wouldn't be it. That wouldn't make sense. Why he want to talk to you about that in person?
But mostly, I've had John calling David Owens every day to try to get my guns back. And prior to Thanksgiving, David Owens said that we could have them back, and then today he said we couldn't have them back. So that's what John was calling to tell me. And then he called and told Jim what David Owens said about not being able to get them.
I wonder why.
John said that he used the language out of an abundance of caution, and then John said, well, have you not run the ballistics on them? And apparently he was like, no, we have. And he was like, well, were these guns used in the crime? And they were like, no. And I was like, and he was like, well, why can't we have them back? So I don't know. I've just been trying to get some of my stuff back.
Needs to go. You know that vacuum packer that John Marvin lent us that's in the skinning shed?
No, that huge one?
Yeah. He needs to go pick that up.
Okay.
He before they, take it like think it's mine.
Yeah.
Paul had borrowed it, and there's a bunch of John Marvin's tools in the shop. I told him he needs to get out. All those Milwaukee tools, all those jacks, all that stuff Paul borrowed, and I borrowed a lot of it too.
Yeah, we're gonna be down in Greenfield this weekend hunting quail, and he talked about going over the Moselle and getting some of that stuff next time you're on the phone.
I'll have a pen and paper.
But she's
got a specific address. For me?
No, I still haven't called Blanca. I keep forgetting to call Blanca.
Okay, do you want me to get somebody else to do it?
No, I mean, I'm fine to do it. It's just, I don't know, for some reason I keep forgetting.
Okay, well, are you going to remember for me? Because I'd like to call her soon. And I don't mind getting somebody else to do it. I know you got a lot going on.
No, I mean, do you have Blanca's number?
No, that's what I said. I told you I got to get her number, and I wanted you to let her know I'm going to be calling and make sure that she's good with that, number one. And number two, kind of tell her what she's got to do.
Simple. Okay, well, yeah, I'll reach out to her.
Will you please do that in the morning?
Yes.
And will you please tell her that I'd asked you to do it before Thanksgiving and you just had a lot going on and forgot?
Yep.
You promise?
I promise I'm going to try, though.
All right. I
feel confident that I should remember tomorrow.
I know you had said you didn't really want to, she had irritated you, and if you don't want to call her, I promise you I'll get Lizzie or Grandma.
No, I was checking my email all day today. I emailed him beginning of this week, and I haven't heard back. I emailed him and
Hold on. You did what?
I emailed him and I CC'd the associate dean, and I haven't heard back yet. Okay,
if you don't hear today, this is Monday. You did it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tomorrow, you might just shoot a follow-up.
Yeah, if I don't hear from him, I'll definitely shoot a follow-up later this week.
Tomorrow?
And if I don't hear from him, I might get in touch with Butch to see if you can call him and say that I've been trying to get in touch with him.
All right.
Is Butch paid all the money that he was owed?
Yes.
Okay.
Up front, and it was up front, and it was $30,000 up front and 30.
I know with a contingency on if it was successful. I'm just making sure I don't want to call him if he not have the shit he has. It was supposed to have.
Nah, he knows he's totally paid.
I mean, would he be willing to do something like that, you think?
Absolutely. But I would do it yourself first. I'd just say, hey, just following up, at the holidays.
No, I will now, but I mean, if he doesn't answer me by the back end of this week, and we get into the middle of next week, then something's got to be done for me to reach him.
That's what I'm saying. When do classes start?
January the 5th.
5th? Yeah, that's why. You need to send it tomorrow, and if you haven't heard from him by Friday, and I'd say something real nice, just like, hey, just following up on my email. I know this is a busy time of year, but was hoping we could meet soon, just like that. Or we could get a meeting set soon.
Yeah,
or reset soon is what I'd say, and then just say thank you for your attention.
10-4.
Something real nice like that. But you ought to send it tomorrow to give him a chance to respond to you Friday. Call Butch. I'd call him late Friday afternoon, and
okay.
That way he can be prepared to call them first thing Monday morning.
10-4.
Are you willing to do that?
Yeah, I'm the one that came up with the idea on this telephone call.
Buster, there's so many things I got to tell y'all when I get out of here. Lord have mercy. This is something else. But anyway, I love you.
All right, love you too.
I hope you know how proud of you I am.
Yes, sir.
You hear me?
I do.
All right, old boy. Talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
Love you more. Bye.
No, everything's good. I just, when we start talking about things over the phone, it always bothers me, because I don't know who listens on this phone or not.
Especially this phone, so remember that finance stuff straight with Jim and Dick.
Okay.
I put some thought into it, and I want you to will you have that letter with you tomorrow when I call you?
No, but I'll see if I can dig it out. That letter really was nothing more than saying that they had received a request to look into it. It didn't say that it was being moved. It didn't say anything along those lines. But I'll try to find that letter.
Find that and try to read it to me, and I'm going to talk to you about this other stuff, and let's figure out, I think I about figured it out, but let's figure out what to do, because I'm not going to be able to talk but about another minute. I really started exercising pretty dang hard. I was like almost 2 hours and 40 minutes today, just because we were shut in the room this morning. But I've been like an hour and 15 or 20 minutes a day.
Hey, but that's good. That's very good.
This is the start of I started on Friday the 12th. And
right.
I can tell a distinct difference already. I hadn't exercised in 25 years.
Yeah, but hey, me either, actually.
And, and both laying around in rehab, and then really for 38 days I did very little. The last about 7 I was up a lot more, but I still wasn't doing anything strenuous. So that's a month and a week. And then when I came in here, I obviously thought I was getting out on the 19th, so I didn't do anything. And then I thought I was getting out shortly after that with Donna Maddox, So I didn't do anything for about 2.5 weeks in here.
Right.
Really, it's longer than that. And then I started doing a few push-ups. But for some reason, it made my head hurt after about a few days. But now it's not doing that. I guess I've gotten.
You told me that.
I've gotten in better shape.
Hey, bud, have you talked to Jim and Dick or whomever else about filing bankruptcy, bro?
Yeah, we've discussed it, but there's some time in.
It's almost like you're stuck in bankruptcy right now, but you got all the bad from it, but none of the good from it. You know what I'm saying?
So they're talking about, I'm not really familiar with this, but apparently there's a civil writ, what is it? I've heard of the writ of mandamus, but I don't really know what it is, but it must be something that gives you quick turnaround.
Right.
When
it's
you got immediate harm.
Supreme Court. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what they're going to do if, he's going to deny it, and he's going to do it, but they at least told me, Dick came to see me yesterday and told me that the Supreme Court, they filed I've heard of this too, but I didn't know what it is. You know what a habeas corpus a writ of habeas corpus is?
I know it's something directly to the Supreme Court, but other than that, no, I don't know.
So apparently, there's nobody with this kind of stuff that has ever not gotten a bond. It might be a huge bond, but they get a bond, and you're constitutionally entitled to a bond for non-capital offenses, is what they tell me. Constitutionally entitled. And because it's a constitutional violation, you can file a writ of habeas corpus. Same thing like a writ of mandamus for a civil charge. Habeas corpus is for a criminal charge. I think they're the same thing, just one's criminal and one's civil. And anyway, they initially said they weren't going to expedite it, but then they said they are going to expedite it, and they gave the Attorney General 10 days to respond. I don't get my hopes up about anything because I don't think normal rules apply to me right now, but they seem to think that if the Supreme Court wasn't going to do something, that they wouldn't have done that. So they're at least optimistic they're going to do something.
Right.
I mean, the Attorney General only asked for $200,000 bond, I mean, they could give me, a $20 million bond, but, and comply with the Constitution. But I'm being facetious. I think it's got to be, reasonable, but they could say $5 million.
You wouldn't think the judge would say more than what the Attorney General asked for,
Well, he said no bond.
I thought he said $200,000.
That's what the Attorney General asked for. Clifton Newman wouldn't give me a bond.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't think he would require more bond than the solicitor asked for.
Yeah. So anyway, they're trying to take it out of, I don't know. They seem very optimistic. So we'll see. It would be nice to get out for a little while and then go deal with this stuff, but.
Yeah. Well, Bo, I know.
I look at it as every day I'm in here now is one less day I'm in here in the long run,
Well, you know what? That is the fact. I mean, the fact is, every time there's a new case that comes up, a new, revelation of, something you took, Bo, those same people very, very quickly are going to they're being subpoenaed to the state grand jury. So, I mean, it's just, there's going to be more to come. Obviously, you know that.
Right.
And so, you're right about that. But the quicker that it all can come to a head, the better, obviously, I think.
I think so, too. So, I'm with a small group for the most part. 70%, 75% of the time, I'm with these same 5 guys. And then there's another guy that's on our thing, but he doesn't even come out when he's just kind of weird. He doesn't come out. But anyway, we play chess and play cards, and we have.
Well, at least you got somebody to interact with a little bit now. I was worried about you when you were completely by yourself.
And I tell you this, I've been really exercising hard. Once I didn't do crap while I thought I was getting out quickly. And then, I can really tell the difference. Like today, we didn't get out. They had people working in here, so they wouldn't let us out early. I mean, I exercised for 2 hours and 40 minutes. I'm telling you, I can tell a difference too. Out of it, I'm really trying to exercise hard, and I quit. It bugged the shit out of me to start with, but I started looking at it as, every day I do now is one less day
one less you have to do on the tail end of it. You are absolutely right. And just got to keep that attitude. But I know it's tough. I can't imagine.
Well, how you doing on finances?
Pretty slim, but it'll be getting better.
Well, listen here. Do you want me to tell Uncle John to give you, several $1,000s, and then I'll pay him back?
No, it's just I've just had expenses, like considering I had to change my medical insurance.
Well, we need to get John to pay for the storage facility and then let me pay him back.
Well, I don't understand how you would.
You need to be paying. But anyway, I mean, do you want me to get him to give you just, I don't know, $4,000 or $5,000 so you just have, and you don't have to worry about expenses?
No, because I've got that money. I mean, right now my bank account, I've got $10,000. A little bit more when I
sure, like when you go play golf, you can, if you want to, get a shirt and have a drink and have drinks or whatever at the bar and this, that, and the other.
Yeah, I mean, I've got stuff that can settle all that.
All right. Well, you just got to keep me posted because, I can get him to give you money and then pay him back. Okay. Well, you got to keep me posted and let me know, okay?
All right.
Everything else going okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
You want to take my clubs?
No, I just use mine. I don't know where yours are. I think yours are still in the Mercedes. It's a slug.
Shortly after they end the call, Alec calls Buster back. He apparently forgot to ask him to do one of those end-of-call favors we told you about.
Sorry to bug you again real quick. Hey, where's Larry?
She's back at the house, which I just left.
Okay. How about call her and tell her I'm trying to get her?
Okay, what do you need from her?
I need her to put some money on a canteen.
All right.
Actually, you know what? I'll call her again. I called her twice.
No.
What?
I can shoot her a buzz. I just got to do it while I'm right here at the Exxon because if I go any further, I'm not going to have any service.
Well, there's a guy who doesn't get canteen, and canteen is the commerce.
I know what it is.
It's the commerce, it's the trade, and it really helped me last week when she put it on that Lucas's account. I want her to do that one more time.
Okay, it's just outside looking in looks a little weird.
What do you mean?
It just looks a little weird.
I get what you're saying, but I made a deal with somebody. I give them $15. See, I can only do $60 on my account.
I understand. I'm just saying, and I'm not saying you are, man. I just really hope you're not in there doing anything you shouldn't be doing.
Oh no, I'm not doing anything. I promise you, that's not the case.
All right. Well, let me call her real quick and tell her to be on the lookout. And I would. Do you have an idea of like time in there at all?
I'm not gonna bother you. You can have some quiet time, but I need one more time y'all to put canteen on Justin Lucas's account.
Okay. What's going on?
What?
What's going on with?
It allows me to get stuff that I need. We can only do $60. And he doesn't get canteen, so I give him some money in return for using his account.
I gotcha.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, and keep track of it, okay?
Okay. All right, I will.
How soon will you be able to do it?
Give me, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes or so.
Okay. All right. You sure you don't mind?
No, it's all good.
John, is Lizzie nearby?
She is.
I talked to her earlier. She was going to put some money on that account for me, and she didn't.
Okay. Well, what is it?
This is where she knows what to do. The boy's name is Justin Lucas.
Okay. And what is it though?
It's putting money on. He doesn't get canteen, so I give him some of the money, and he orders canteen. So I'm having to order thermals and all that. I'm having to order ibuprofen because I'm exercising and my knee and my shoulder, and hell, ibuprofen's $15 on there to get a week's supply.
I got you.
So it gives me extra canteen.
I got you. And he doesn't get one?
No, he doesn't get any, so she put it on his account. We just did it one time. We did it last week, and I'm going to do it one more time.
Okay.
But I need her to do it right now.
All right. And what's the amount?
$60.
Okay.
And she's supposed to be keeping a track of all this so I can make sure and pay you back.
10-4. Well, I'll get her. She's putting the kids down right now, putting Randolph down for Lost Grace.
How long you think she'll be?
4 or 5 minutes.
Okay, because we have I don't know, we have 10 minutes, 15 minutes. All right, well, Jim and Dick are working hard, so...
What are they working on? I mean, have all the charges been brought forward?
See, that's what I don't know. I don't know that yet. I don't know. I suspect that if they do it like they've done everything else, they'll sit and wait till something else comes up and then do some more charges.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know. Have you talked to Randy since last week?
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday. You know about the law firm, don't you?
No.
Yeah, the law firm has dissolved, and they're reforming under a new name.
I didn't know nothing about that. What is that?
Yes, because of all the negative publicity and all the stuff they're going through.
What is the new name?
They operate under the...
What?
The law. It's going to be operated under the Parker Law Group.
The what?
Parker Law Group.
Cool.
And then I think each one of them kind of opens up an LLC partnership or LLP in each partner's name and operates under the Parker Law Group heading.
I hate having to go through all that.
Yeah, but they catch them. They going through all kinds of stuff.
Is there anything I can help with?
Nah, man. You know, I suspect when the time is right and the things that you acknowledge, I think opening up about it to the general public. There's a lot of people that just think that you kind of duck everything. I mean, obviously Corey's been fired. I mean, you knew about that, didn't you?
Been what?
Corey has been fired.
Legitimately, for real, or just...
I understand they've removed the name from the law firm, removed the name from the sign out front, and he's not working.
I knew he had some issues with the license, but no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's permanent or whether that's just a temporary deal, or I don't know, but I suspect that it's more permanent. I think that they talk to Jim and Dick, and I think that you talking about certain things is going to come, coming back and talking about it is going to make a difference. It's got to. I mean, that's the only thing that can make a difference, I think.
What do you mean talking about what?
You know, if you've been charged with something that you did, acknowledging and accepting and making clear who didn't do anything.
So
but obviously only if there's something. Oh, there's people saying that the law firm's done all kinds of stuff. There's people saying, Alex, it's amazing what's going on. They're saying that the law firm has done all kinds of stuff. They're saying that Corey, Chad, Russell, Chris, you name it, and everybody's implicated. With law enforcement, to my knowledge, this is just rumor on the street.
I mean, I said...
And there's been no talk whatsoever from anybody in an official capacity, so, you know, I just think it'll make a difference.
Well, when I talked to the court the other day, one of the things I said was, you know, my partners didn't know anything. And I said, Chris and Corey, you know.
Yeah, you know,
did they not bring any of that?
No, I meant very little of that was said because they couldn't report it. So it was brought back out, but I don't know. It's worth talking to Dick and Jim about to see if, I don't even know if there's any way to give an official statement or, I don't know. They got to figure all that out of it. But they don't have the same issues that Randy and the firm and everybody else has.
They don't what?
They aren't having the same issues.
Who is it?
It's more perception than anything at this point.
Who isn't having the same issues?
Dick and Jim. I mean, they're looking at it from a whole different perspective. You know,
they're doing it from a way that they manage it. That's just what they do. They know how to manage what they're handling.
I need to sit down with them and figure out what I can do. Is what I need to do.
Well, it'd be worth a conversation with them to find out for sure. And it may not matter. I don't know. I feel like that's about the only thing left that, you know, I just don't know the manner to do it. And you only do it if it's something that you did or need to say. I mean, obviously, if it's something that you weren't involved with, you certainly say that.
Sure. All right. Thank you for letting me.
Anyway, I'll get Liz right now.
Because of me or because of Maggie and Paul?
Maggie and Paul in particular.
I know all about that.
Yeah.
Talk to Lizzie real soon.
Yep, I'll do that right now.
The dude just told me we got like 2 minutes, so she's got to do it.
All right, I'll do it right now.
Can she do it right now?
Yeah, I'll get her.
Listen to this now, John Marvin. You got to remember this name. Justin Lucas.
We